Start. Let me on stream.
2-1-2. Play ball!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this live stream for the Lithuanian Days. My name is Kanda Nijeka. Let me go ahead and fix this. We are live from the Lithuanian Day Festival in Los Feliz on St. George at St. Casimir's Church. Let me fix this up a bit more. No blur, no blur. Okay. Lithuanian. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, watching live here. And, so we have Kit, who's going to be watching the opening ceremony, and Otis, who's going to be interviewing the
Are you the bar guy? Yeah. Okay, cool. Got
We'll get to the bartender manager.
Kurį atlieka Los Andželo tautinių šokių kolektyvas Spindulys.
And now, a cherished tradition of our celebration, we invite everyone to enjoy the lively Lithuanian folk dance government performed by the Los Angeles Lithuanian folk dance group Spindulys. Thank you, Sunny. Please give a warm round of applause.
Hey, Conrad, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Otis.
Los Angeles
Right.
Lietuvių dienas.
I just want you to know that
Already 38
we have Mr. What is your name here, sir?
Ši šventė
Lucas.
kupina
Okay.
lietuviškos
I have
kultūros,
Lucas here with me,
meno,
and I understand he's the
pramogų
barman.
ir
Is that correct?
istorijos. Kaip ir
Oh,
kiekvienais
fantastic.
metais,
How long have you been coming to Lithuanian Days?
Since I was little, probably 6, 7 years old when I first started dancing.
Yeah.
So yeah, every year since then.
Wow, fantastic. And what do you do here?
I'm the bar manager. I've been doing that for, I don't know, probably about 15, 20 years. And then I was a vendor coordinator, but then also just help out with anybody that needs help.
Fantastic. And what do you want to say to people that come to the Lithuanian Days?
I mean, a lot of people think that it's mainly just for Lithuanian folks, but it's actually for everybody. We're all inclusive. I mean, everybody that wants to come out to just check out the Lithuanian heritage. We got singing, we got dancing, we got food, vendors, Lithuanian alcohol. Overall, a good time.
Yeah, the alcohol definitely helps.
Hey, so let's see what the bar looks like. Let's
Conrad, you have any questions for him?
yeah, let's see what the bar looks like.
Yeah, let's see what the bar looks like. Show us the bar.
It's a great setup every year. Just before it gets crazy.
So this is our wonderful bar. Every year we have a different theme. So this year is kind of like a forest theme.
Kind of like Lithuanian forest, right?
Basically, yeah.
That's great.
We have 3 different Lithuanian beers that we're selling. A lager.
What type of beers are they?
One's Schwitteris Extra, which is a lager. Schwitteris Baltas, which is a Hefeweizen. And then a Pilsner, which is also a Lithuanian beer. Forgot the name. It's the first year we brought it, so.
And they are from Lithuania, the beers?
I mean,
Imported?
they're Lithuanian beers. They're imported.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
That's
we have
great.
Lithuanian honey liquor, Krupnikas, which is a fan favorite. So it's basically honey, vodka.
Honey vodka? That sounds fantastic.
Some spices. And then wine and champagne.
Wine and champagne.
Standard, regular bar.
It's gonna be a hot day today, and hopefully you get a lot of customers.
I hope so too, but also with the heat, we got to make sure we're careful.
Yes.
So people don't get dehydrated.
That's right. Okay, well, back to you, Conrad.
All right, let's see what the stage looks like from Ghent.
Proud that 3 groups from the Los Angeles Lithuanian community participated and represented us in this festival in Lithuania. Those groups are St. Louis, Red Rock, and California Lithuanian Women Choir. Represented us at the festival and also brought some most cherished moments back to Los Angeles.
Dabar dėmesio norėtume pristatyti, pasveikinti gerbiamus mūsų Lietuvių dienų svečius.
So now I would like to introduce and welcome our honorary guests of Los Angeles Lithuanian Days 2024.
Lietuvos Respublikos generalinė konsulė Los Andžele Sandra Brikaitė.
Consul General of the Republic of Lithuania in Los Angeles, Sandra Brikaitė.
Lietuvos garbės konsulė Kalifornijoje Daiva Čekanauskas Navaretė.
Honorary Consul of the Republic of Lithuania in California, Central Coast region of the United States, Daiva Čekanauskas Navaretė.
Pasaulio lietuvių bendruomenės pirmininkė Dalia Henke.
Chair of the World Lithuanian Community. Oh, so sorry about that. The Vice Chair of the Chair of the World Lithuanian Community, Dalia Henke.
Pasaulio lietuvių bendruomenės pirmininkės pavaduotojas, sporto reikalų komisijos pirmininkas Laurynas Misevičius.
The Vice Chair of the World Lithuanian Community and Chairperson of the Sports Affairs Commission, Laurynas Misevičius.
Užsienio reikalų ministerijos globalios Lietuvos departamento grįžimo į Lietuvą skyriaus vedėjas Tadas Kubilius.
Head of Return to Lithuania Division at Global Lithuania Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Lithuania, Tadas Kubilius.
Švento Kazimiero parapijos kunigas Klebonas Tomas Karanauskas.
Pastor of Los Angeles, St. Casimir, Lithuanian Catholic Church, Father Thomas Karanauskas.
Los Andželo Švento Kazimiero lituanistinės mokyklos direktorė Marytė Newsom.
Director of St. Casimir, Lithuanian Saturday School of Los Angeles, Marytė Newsom.
Pietų dienų garbės maršalė, Jungtinės Amerikos valstijų Lietuvių bendruomenės vakarų apygardos pirmininkė Sigita Barysienė.
Randy Marshall of Lithuanian Days 2024, Chair of the Western District of Lithuanian American Communities, Sigita Barysienė.
Lietuvos televizijos prodiuseris, laidos Pasaulio lietuviai kūrėjas Vladas Linauskas.
Lithuanian TV producer and creator of Real Lithuania show, Vladas Linauskas.
Na ir paskutinis mūsų svečias, lietuvis keliautojas Aurimas Mockus.
And Lithuanian traveler, Aurimas Mockus.
Na, o dabar kviečiame Lietuvos generalinę konsulę Sandrą Prikaitę tarti sveikinimo žodį.
And now we invite the Consul General of the Republic of Lithuania, Sandra Prikaitė, to deliver her welcome remarks.
Sveiki, mėlyjeji, labą dieną, lietuvių dienų svečiai, organizatoriai, dalyviai, lietuviai, nelietuviai, man tikrai be galo džiugu dalyvauti šitose lietuvių dienose. Jums tai 8, man 1, tai žinokit, labai su nekantrumu laukiau. Apie lietuvių dienas man pasakojo kolegos draugai, dar kol aš nebuvau atvykusi į Los Andželą. Tai be galo džiugu matyti pasipuošusią publiką, papuoštus stendus, tiek lietuviškų verslų, organizacijų. Tikiuosi, kad visi aplankysite mūsų generalinio konsulato stendą, kuris yra ten, mes turim pramogų, būtinai užsukite. Mūsų tikrai labai daug. Jūs susirenkate ir mes susirenkame čia pabendrauti, pasidalinti džiaugsmais, negandomis, rūpesčiais, pasidalinti ateities planais, pabūti kartu ir iš tikrųjų pajusti tą jausmą, kad mūsų yra tikrai daug ir mes esam jėga. Aš jums labai linkiu šitą jausmą išsinešti ir nepamiršti visus metus iki kitų lietuvių dienų. Tikrai labai džiaugiuosi, kad galiu dalyvauti šitam renginį kartu su visa konsulato komanda, kurią jūs turbūt jau pažįstate, aš čia esu naujausia. Bet šiandien aš jūs noriu ne tik pasveikinti, bet ir turiu ypatingą misiją. Aš turiu apdovanoti ir pasveikinti 3 garbingas, labai gerai pažįstamas, visų mylimas mūsų bendruomenės nares. Tai pradėsime ceremoniją. Pirmiausia, džiaugiuosi galėdama Lietuvos Respublikos užsienio reikalų ministerijos garbės ženklo už pasaulio lietuvių nuopelnus Lietuvai medaliu apdovanoti vieną jums puikiai pažįstamą, mylimą, gerbiamą mūsų bendruomenės narę. Ji nuo pat atvykimo į Los Andželą įsiliejo į lietuvių bendruomenės veiklą, buvo aktyvi jos narė. 2 kadencijas buvo JAV lietuvių bendruomenės krašto valdybos narė. Nuo 2021 metų yra JAV lietuvių bendruomenės vadovų apygardos pirmininkė. Aktyviai būrė vadovų apygardos lietuvius bendrai veiklai. Jie inicijuoja įgyvendina svarbius lietuvių bendruomeniai projektus. Jie netgi moko jūs šokti. Jos įkurta šokių grupė Retro yra dalyvavusi įvairiuose renginiuose ne tik Kalifornijoje, bet ir šokių šventėse JAV ir Lietuvoje. Ir šios retro šokių grupės pasirodymą galėsite stebėti šiandien vėliau. JAV tautinių šokių institutas paskyrė 2026 metų Šiaurės Amerikos lietuvių tautinės šokių šventės, kuri vyks Čikagoje meno vadovė. Ir ji yra šių dienų maršalė. Man didelė garbė pakviesti į sceną Sigitą Barisienę. Taip pat šiandien norėčiau pagerbti ir apdovanoti dvi nusipelniusias Los Andželo Švento Kazimiero mokyklos mokytojas. Mūsų mokytojas, jūsų mokytojas, nes aš tikiu, kad jeigu ne patys mokėtės pas jas, tai jūsų vaikai ir anūkai mokėsi. Jūsų galbūt sutuoktiniai mokosi lietuvių kalbos pas jas. Tai ponios, kurias apdovanosiu, yra puikiai jums pažįstamos, mylimos ir gerbiamos. Aldona Regina Kudirka, Los Andželo Švento Kazimiero Lituanistinėje mokykloje dirba jau daugiau kaip 40 metų. Ji yra svarbi mokyklos mokytojų kolektyvo narė. Savo atsidavimu ir darbu užsitarnavusi autoritetą tarp kolegų ir mokinių. Ponia Aldona buvo 2 kadencijas JAV lietuvių bendruomenės švietimo tarybos narė. Ir savo patirtimi ir įžvalgomis ženkliai prisidėjo prie lituanistinės švietimo plėtros JAV. Visi jos vaikai ir anūkai kalba lietuviškai. 2021 metais JAV lietuvių bendruomenės švietimo taryba jai paskyrė nusipelniusio švietėjo premiją. Pažymėtina Aldonos Reginos Kudirko visuomeninė veikla skirta lietuvybės labui ir bendruomeniškumo skatinimui. Ji aktyviai dalyvavo skautų, ateitininkų ir Švento Kazimiero parapijos veikloje, visuose lietuvių bendruomenės renginiuose. Lietuvos Respublikos užsienio reikalų ministras, ponia Aldona Regina Kudirka, už ypatingus nuopelnus puoselėjant lietuvybę užsienyje, skatinant užsienyje gyvenančių lietuvių įsitraukimą į Lietuvos gyvenimą ir gerovės Lietuvoje kūrimą, Užsienio reikalų ministerijos garbės ženklo už pasaulio lietuvių nuopelnus Lietuvai medaliu apdovanojo šią vasarą birželio 28 dieną. Gailė Ona Kalvenis Heiden, Los Andželo Švento Kazimiero Lituanistinėje mokykloje jau beveik 40 metų. Moko pradinių klasių mokinius bei yra vaikų su specialiaisiais poreikiais mokymo ekspertė. 2020 metais JAV lietuvių bendruomenės švietimo taryba jai paskyrė nusipelniusio švietėjo premiją. Ponia Gailė nuo mažens buvo aktyviai JAV lietuvių bendruomenės narė. Aktyviai dalyvavo jaunimo sąjungos veikloje ir jai vadovavo, leido Los Andželo jaunimo sąjungos aplinkraštį, dalyvavo pasaulio lietuvių jaunimo kongresuose. Ji yra ilgametė tautinių šokių ir dainų ansamblio Spindulys dalyvė, Švento Kazimiero parapijos choro, Los Andželo moterų oktetų gintarės narė. Ji taip pat aktyviai dalyvauja ateitininkų skautų organizacijų veikloje, buvo Los Andželo moksleivių kuopos pirmininkė, studentų kuopos korespondentė, dalyvė ir jaunučių ateitininkų vadovė Dainavos stovykloje, dirbo visuose pagrindiniuose išeivijos leidiniuose. Lietuvos užsienio reikalų ministras už ypatingus nuopelnus puoselėjant lietuvybę užsienyje, skatinant užsienyje gyvenančių lietuvių įsitraukimą į Lietuvos gyvenimą ir gerovės Lietuvoje kūrimą, Užsienio reikalų ministerijos garbės ženklo už pasaulio lietuvių nuopelnus Lietuvai medaliu ponę Gailę Oną Radvenis Haiden apdovanojo taip pat šiemet birželio 28 dieną. Medalių nebeturiu, tačiau pasinaudodama progą tikrai norėčiau jūsų visų akivaizdoje pasveikinti dar vieną labai mylimą ir gerbiamą mūsų bendruomenės narę, Daivą Čekanauskas Navaretę, kurią šią vasarą
Ceramics.
My daughter, and she's selling ceramics.
Very nice. Yeah. Conrad.
Yep,
We
I
have
can hear you.
linens. I see the linens. Yes.
Yeah, sorry
From
about that. I
Latvia,
didn't know you
very
started.
good.
Didn't know you started.
Lithuanian books.
And also Lithuanian books as well. Yes. we do.
Remember our demand is Petris?
Oh yes.
He was alive still when we had, gallery.
Yeah.
And he brought his cards and his books.
Very nice. Yes.
Very nice artist.
Yes. And you're here for both days, and people can come on down and take a look at the jewelry here at Lithuanian Days, and with Inguna as well, she'll be more than happy to introduce you to some Lithuanian Latvian texts and
and then I will tell him I will invite for Christmas fair in Latvian
right.
house.
That's right.
December 7th and 8th.
Yes, very
Everybody
nice.
welcome.
Okay, thank you. So there you go, Conrad.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's get back to the stage. Wonderful
And
stuff.
what are these?
Those are from Latvia. This girl whose husband fell down and broke his spine.
Yes.
So that wife is making those little animals like hedgehogs.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
And little piglets from Winnie Pooh.
Yes. Thank you, Conrad.
All right. Thank you. Let's get back to the stage.
Ačiū, Sandra. Labai gera ir malonu būti čia šiandieną kartu su jumis. Smagu, kad tiek apdovanotų, tiek pagerbtų. Bet smagiausia, kad čia mes matome Lietuvą. Labai smagu man asmeniškai čia atvykti ir pamatyti tiek daug Lietuvos. Mes ir Lietuvoje būdami girdime, manome ir jaučiame jūsų buvimą, jūsų pristeigimą prie Lietuvos gerovės, prie Lietuvos saugumo, įvairiausi projektai, įvairiausios geros valios akcijos, patirties pasidalinimas. Tai mes tuo pačiu kviečiame jūs sugrįžti į Lietuvą. Aš būsiu šiandieną ir rytoj Lietuvos generalinio konsulato stende, kviečiu ateiti, pasikalbėti, pristatyti. Yra naujas projektas, konsultacijų centras Grįžtu LT, kurioje vieno langelio principų rasite informaciją, jeigu priimsite sprendimą sugrįžti į Lietuvą. Jeigu dar neplanuojate sugrįžti į Lietuvą, pasiimkite šį atvirlaiškį ir parašykite tiems, kas galbūt planuoja. Ir gali jūsų ranka rašytą laiškutę, atvirlaiškį, manau, bet kas tikrai nudžiugs ir apsidžiaugs jūsų dėmesiu, o Lietuva laukia jūsų. Ačiū Jums, tai susitiksime generalinio konsulato stende šiandien ir rytoj. Ačiū.
Ačiū labai visiems, kad susirinkote taip gausiai. Ačiū už viską, ką Jūs darote. Ačiū už Jūsų energiją, kurią skiriate lietuvybės skatinimui, už tai, kad mokote vaikus lietuviškai, už tai, kad puoselėjate tradicijas. Mes tikrai Jumis didžiuojamės. Tai Dėkui ir linkiu labai gražios šventės.
Dėkojame gerbiamai konsuliai už nuoširdžią kalbą, už apdovanojimą mūsų vietinių tautiečių. Tikrai galiu pripažinti, aš jau čia gyvenu 30 metai ir pažįstu visus apdovanotosius ir jie tikrai to verti.
Thank you for the warm speech and distributing these amazing awards to the most amazing community members that we do have in Los Angeles and the Lithuanian community.
Dabar į sceną norime pakviesti. Ką norim pakviesti? Aišku, kad norim pakviesti tarti žodį pasaulio lietuvių bendruomenės pirmininkę Dalią Henkę.
We now invite the chair of the World Lithuanian Community, Dalia Henke, to deliver her welcome speech.
Taigi, laba diena, mėly broliai, mielos sesės. Kunigė, atsiprašau, kad naudoju šitą išsireiškimą, bet aš manau, kad Lietuva yra ten, kur gyvena lietuviai. Visų pirma, pasaulio lietuvių bendruomenės valdybos vardu dėkoju gerbiamam organizatoriam. Laura, jūs pasirodykit, jūs per mažai šiandien buvote. Ačiū, kad tęsite tradiciją. Tęskite toliau, nes tai yra unikalumas. Čia yra vienintelis didžiausias, drįstu teikti, šiam pasaulio krašte toks renginys. Ačiū Laura jums, jūsų komandai ir buvusiam organizatoriam, mačiau Rasa vaikšto Šilkaičiai ir visi kiti. Nuoširdžiai dėkoju, kad jūs taip tiesite tiltus tarp Lietuvos ir tos didelės valstybės Amerikos, kur kažkada pirmoji banga po pirmo pasaulinio karo atvyko čia, kūrė bendruomenės, po antro pasaulinio karo visa inteligencija išvyko ir čia įsikūrė. Ir jūs kūrėte ir sukūrėte Lietuvą. Ačiū mokytojai, ačiū direktoriai, ačiū tėvams, kurie veda savo vaikus į mokyklas ir perduoda lietuvišką žodį, perduoda mūsų kultūrą, himną gieda kiekvieną šeštadienį ir kas antrą, kada susirenkate. Ačiū jums. Lietuva yra ten, kur gyvena lietuviai. Ir žiūrint į mažuosius šiandieną dalyvius, aš tikiuosi ir kalbu su kolegom, ir žinai, jie po 38 metų dar čia dalyvaus patys ir organizuos lietuvių dienas. Aš tikiuosi tai darys. Na, mėlieji, jūs noriu pakviesti. Dainų šventė buvo paminėta, susitikom Lietuvoje šią vasarą. Labai smagiai šventėm, tūkstančiai lietuvių iš viso pasaulio atvyko. 55 valstybėse veikia bendruomenės, visose kontinentuose 250 lituanistinių mokyklų sėdi gerbiama profesorė, prašom pasirodykit, jūsų nepristatė iš Lietuvos, atstovaujant iš švietimą lituanistinį. Ačiū jums, kad jūs mūsų mokytojus, atsivežat į Lietuvą. Ir juos, kaip sakyt, įdėgėte tos lietuviškos dvasios, kad jie grįžtant į lituanistinės mokyklas perduotų vaikams, perduotų tėvams. Na, o kitais metais, baigdama visai sveikindama, nes svarbiausia dainos, svarbiausia šokiai, svarbiausia būti kartu. Ir kaip kunigas Saulaitis gerai pasakė, paskutinis, kas nutautėja, tai yra skrandis. Tai suprantu, šiandieną lietuvių dienose jūs galėsite mėgautis lietuviškais patiekalais, cepelinais ir nežinau, alum. Tai džiaukitės vieni kitais, džiaukitės draugystėmis, gerbkite vienus kitus, palaikykite vienus kitus. Los Andželas, jūs turite Švento Kazimiero bažnyčią, parapiją ir šitas patalpas. Mėlieji, niekas beveik pasaulio to nebeturi. Tai gerbkite tarybą visą jūsų bažnytinę, kunigą turite, kiti neturi kunigų, jūs turite. Jūs turite pirmininką, jūs turite bendruomenę, jūs turite kolektyvų šokius, girdėjote, kurie šiandieną pasirodys ir dalyvavo šventėje, dainų šventėje. Na ir tikiuosi, kitais metais, ir jūs turite mokyklą, gerbama direktorė, čia yra didžiulis turtas lietuviam, kurie čia gyvena, bet didžiulis turtas yra Lietuvai. Taigi, kitais metais mes nešoksime, mes nedainuosime, bet susitinkame į pasaulio sporto žaidynės, kurios vyks Liepos 3-6 dieną Palangoje. Bet žinokit, mes bendrausim tam lietuviškai. O prieš tai dar atvykite rašytojai į pasaulio rašytojų suvažiavimą. Na, o Palangoje, kai pasibaigs sporto žaidynės, vyks 18-asis pasaulio lietuvių bendruomenės seimas. Ir aš tikiuosi, Los Andželas, kadangi jau mačiau, sakyti apdovanota, jūs tikrai dalyvausite nuo JAV lietuvių bendruomenės. Yra daug atstovų iš JAV ir tikrai kartu visi ir kūrėme pasaulio lietuvių bendruomenę, tęsėme tradicijas, taip mūsų iššūkiai yra be galo rimti dabar, geopolitinė situacija, čia šviečiant saulei, tiek daug nuostabių veidų nesijaučia, bet Lietuvoje alsuoja didžiulis priešas, tai mes turime labai rimtai ruoštis atėjus dienai. Bet aš nenoriu jūsų gąsdinti. Mes būsime tol stipri, kol būsime nepriklausomi ir vieningi. Tad linkiu jums visiems gražios šventės. Draugaukite, bendraukite, valgykite, gerkite alų. Ir susitinkame Lietuvoje. Ačiū jums visiems ir neįto tada.
Dėkojame Daliai Tenki už tokį šiltą, tokį mielą sveikinimą mums visiems, taigi švęskime, laikykimės, o dabar į sceną noriu pakviesti mūsų lietuvių bendruomenės apylinkės, Los Andželo apylinkės pirmininkę Tarą Barauskai.
Thank you so much for the warm greeting. And next, we welcome to the stage the president of the Los Angeles Lithuanian community, Tara Barauskai.
Ačiū labai. Mieli lietuviai, Los Andželo lietuvių bendruomenės vardu aš noriu jūs nuoširdžiai dėkoti už jūsų paramą mūsų bendruomeniai bei dalyvavimą 38-osiuose lietuvių dienuose. Lietuvių dienos yra mūsų laukiamiausias metų renginys, kurio metu švenčiame mūsų nuostabią kultūrą, lietuvių kalbą ir paveldą. Los Andželo lietuvių bendruomenė yra savanoriška organizacija, kurios tikslas yra kurti vietinius lietuvius, bei puoselėti lietuvišką dvasią. Lietuvių dienuose švenčiame viskas, kas lietuviška, ir kviečiame šį savaitgalį drauge šokti, dainuoti, mėgautis lietuviškais patiekalais, kaip Dalia tik paminėjo, ir kurti prisiminimus visam gyvenimui. Linkime, kad jūsų laikas čia kartu su mumis būtų pilnas draugystės, džiaugsmo, meilės mūsų brangiai mylimai Lietuvai. Ačiū jums visiems.
Ačiū Tarai, trumpai aiškiai. Ir aš tikrai lenkiu savo pliktelėjusią galvą prieš organizacinį komitetą, prieš naują bendruomenę. Mes dabar turim jauną naują bendruomenę. Čia pirmininkė kalbėjo su manim scenoje pavaduotoja. Yra milžiniškas darbas surengti tokią didelę šventę. Taigi ačiū jiems, kad mes čia esame visi kartu. Taigi dabar į sceną kviečiame Lietuvių dienų organizacinio komiteto pirmininkę Laura Reneika.
Thank you so much, Tara. And we now invite the chairperson of the Lithuanian Days organizing committee, Laura Reneika, who made this event possible. Please give her a warm welcome.
Labas visiems, labai džiugu jūs matyti čia susirinkusius, jūsų šypsenas, jūsų veidus. Be galo džiaugiuosi, kad tokia šventė yra ir vyksta 38 metus, tai mes bandome tęsti tradiciją metai iš metų. Noriu jums palinkėti, kad šitą šventę jumis suburtų, suvienytų, ne veltui tokios šventės vyksta toli nuo Lietuvos, ir čia matydama tokį didelį būrį žmonių, lietuvių, nelietuvių, svečių, labai džiaugiuosi ir noriu palinkėti visiems vienybės, draugystės, gero laiko čia Los Andžele. Tuo pačiu noriu labai stipriai padėkoti mūsų sponsoriams, be jų šitos šventės nebūtų, arba jinai būtų visiškai kitokia. Ir labai dėkoju visam savo komiteto komitetui, kurie prisidėjo ir padėjo rengti šitą renginį. Tas renginys tikrai nėra lengva pasiruošti, mes ruošiamės jau pusę metų, diskutuojam, renkam, sprendžiam. Tai labai didelis jums ačiū, kad jūs atėjote. Tai yra mūsų tautybės pasirodymas, yra mūsų tradicijos, kurias mes turim kartą iš kartos tęsti. Labai yra džiugu matyti jūs visus čia. Ačiū jums labai ir geros šventės.
Na ir Laurai, aišku, dėkojame už šiltą sveikinimą, dėkojame jai, kai jinai vadovauja tam Lietuvių dienų komitetui, tikrai darbelio, tai čia iki kapo.
Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you for organizing the event. Thank you for giving this world speech. We're very happy to have you with us today. And next, what do we have next?
Ką mes dabar turim sekantį, turbūt pakviesime svečią iš Lietuvos, producerį Vladą Liniauską.
Yes, we have a guest from Lithuania, TV producer Vladas Liniauskas. We're inviting him to the stage.
Sveiki visi, sveiki lietuviai ir Lietuvos draugai. Manęs prašo labai trumpai pristatyti tai, ką mes čia veikiame kartu su mano kolega operatoriumi, kuris už nugaros filmuoja visą šį renginį. Aš norėčiau tiesiog jums perduoti linkėjimus ne tik iš Lietuvos, kurios žiniasklaidos vienintelė priemonė, kokią aš šiandien atstovauju, kas turėjo Lithuanian Days, tai jie sveikatos negalėjo apsilankyti. Taigi linkėjimai po visos turbūt diasporos žiniasklaidos, kurią šiuo metu mes atstovaujame. Misija Pasaulio Lietuva. Tai yra jau daug metų vykdomas projektas, kurio metu keliauja Lietuvos atstovai per bendruomenės Jungtinėje karalystėje, Europoje, Vidurio Europoje ir dabar pagaliau. Po 6 metų mes atvykome pas jus. Šiame projekte dalyvauja visos bendruomenės, teikia savo žinias. Ir dabar, ką mes veikiame, viskas bus užfiksuota ir bus žinios apie tai, pamatysite Lietuvos žiniasklaidai, kas sekate žiniasklaidą. Bet kaip bendruomenės narys, norėčiau tiesiog 2 dalykus padaryti. Jungtinės karalystės verslo prekybos rūmai perduoda jums lietuvišką vėliavą iš savo renginio, kuris vyko nesenai visai. Galbūt bendruomenės pirmininkai galėtų tą matyti. Čia yra paprastas simbolis, manęs prašo perduoti spalvę su karščiausiais linkėjimais ir su pasiūlymu bendradarbiauti tarp Lietuvos, Jungtinės karalystės ir Kalifornijos lietuvių. Čia toks linkėjimas. Kitas dalykas, čia reikės atskirai pasirašyti. Čia yra vytis, tiesiog mūsų vėliava, mūsų simbolis, bet čia matote Europos lietuvių parašus ir Jungtinės karalystės lietuvių parašus tuo metu, kai mes keliavome bendruomenės ir filmavome dokumentą apie bendruomenių gyvenimą. Prašysiu bendruomenės pirmininką pasirašyti ir tęsti tą estafetę. Už savaitės būsime San Franciske, irgi pasirašysim, tokiu būdu sujungsime dalykus ne tik kaip bendruomenės, bet ir kaip dalykus, tokį procesą, kaip Pasaulio Lietuva, dokumentinis pasakojimas apie mūsų veiklą.
Su knygom? Kas? Su knygom?
Ir pabaigai tiesiog, noriu prisijungti tokį dalyką. Mes, kai atvykę iš Lietuvos atvykstame į Kaliforniją, aišku, negalime ignoruoti fakto, kad esame prie Holivudo. Jaunas dokumentalistas, kitas, kuris filmuoja dabar, svajojo atvykti šį kraštą. Ir dabar jis matai, kad atlieka dvigubą misiją. Iš vienos pusės atlieka kursinį darbą, iš kitos pusės atlieka misiją. Užfiksuoti jūs. Jūs esate dabar herojai. Taigi kviečiu filmuotis ir būti tikrais Lietuvos herojais. Ačiū.
Ačiū, tai gyvuoja vienybė tarp lietuvių. Ačiū už gražias misijas, už viską. Dabar šiek tiek rimtesnis pranešimas, jei galite truputį patylėkite. Labai triukšmo daug. Mus lanko ukrainiečių bendruomenės atstovė Valentina. Aišku, kaip visi žinote, baisus karas vyksta Ukrainoje. Aš didžiuojuosi lietuviais, broliais, ir sesėm, kurie labai daug padeda Ukrainai kovoti prieš tą rusišką slibiną. Ir noriu pakviesti Valentiną, jinai taip pat nori padėkoti per mus, mūsų tautiečiams, kurie prisideda prie Ukrainos išlaisvinimo.
Thank you so much to Ladas for giving this warm speech, and now it's time to get a little bit more serious. Even though the speech is more serious, now we're going a little bit further. We have members of the Ukrainian community in Los Angeles who would like to talk a little bit about the situation in Ukraine and address the Lithuanian support to this country who's at full war and who's fighting for their own freedom, for European freedom, and freedom of the world. Please give a warm welcome to Valentina.
Thank you for giving us this chance. I am the Lithuanian, but this year I'm here to thank you, Lithuania, to thank you every person in this community who is supporting Ukraine. We truly appreciate your help, and it is very hard when where many people are killed, civilians and soldiers. Only in Mariupol was killed 113,000 civilians, and every single day it's continuing. But again, I'm here to express my friends, our community appreciation for your support and your help. Thank you very much. Glory to Lithuania, glory to Ukraine.
Dėkojame Valentinai, kad atvyko pas mus. Mes visą laiką sutinkame brolius ukrainiečius su užuojauta didelė. Ir slava Ukrainai! Slava Ukraina! Slava Ukraina!
And looks like we don't need to translate this for sure.
Na kągi, priėjo reikalas prie to, kad turime padėkoti tiems žmonėms, kurie finansiškai prisidėjo prie šitos šventės. Komitetas daug darbo įdėjo, bet be pinigų irgi mažai naudos turbūt būtų. Taigi, ypatingai ačiū norime aptarti Lietuvių dienų rėmėjams. Tik jų dosnios paramos dėka galime ir toliau burti lietuvius, stiprinti bendruomeniškumo jausmą bei puoselėti lietuvišką kultūrą ir tradicijas Los Andžele.
Now, we'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to all the sponsors who contributed to the success of Lithuanian Days. It is through your generosity and generous support and contributions that we can create meaningful experiences, build lasting memories, and foster a sense of community.
Taigi, už dosnes aukas dėkojame Lietuvių fondui.
For the most generous donations we made, Lithuanian Foundation,
Klink šeimos fondui,
Flynn Family Foundation,
Jūratė Raulinaitės ir Kirk Schneider,
Jūratė Raulinaitės and Kirk Schneider,
Kalifornijos Lietuvių kredito unijai,
California Lithuanian Credit Union,
Kiršonių šeimos fondui
Kiršonis Family Foundation,
ir Nijolė Lembertas.
and Viola Lembertas.
O dabar į sceną norime pakviesti šių metų Los Andželo Lietuvių dienų garbės maršalę Sigitą Parisienę tarti žodį ir perkirpti juostą ir atidaryti šių metų šventę.
And now we would like to invite this year's Grand Marshal, Sigita Parisienė, most likely the most honorable position in Lithuanian Days history, to give a welcome speech and officially open the Lithuanian Days 2024 by cutting the ribbon.
Aš manau, kad jau reikia uždaryti, nes visi pabėgo po ilgų kalbų.
Ir turbūt yra sunkiausia kalbėti paskutiniai iš visos oficialios dalies, nes kadangi viskas jau išpasakota. Aš pasirašiau visą tą knygutę, visi po truputį išpasakojau ir man nebeliko ką daugiau pridurti. Ir kaip žinot, Liepos mėnesį įvyko Lietuvoje šventė, labai gražiai Romandas ir tada papasakojo, kur šventėme bendrystę ir mūsų bičiulystę per dainą šokį. Ir man yra didelis džiaugsmas šiandien nuo scenos pasveikinti jūs visus, svečius, dalyvius, kurie mums atvežė dovanų ir siūlo įsigyti, kurie ruošia maistą. Padėkoti, kad jau 38 metus iš kartos į kartą, galima sakyti, iš generacijos į generaciją, iš bangos į bangą šios lietuvių dienos vyksta. Taigi, daug nekalbėdama, kaip sakau, viskas jau išsakyta, noriu palinkėti jums saugių, sveikų, linksmų, pamiršti kasdienybės rūpesčius, kaimynai turi rūpesčių, bet šiandien visiems galim padėti aukomis, o šiaip švęsti, šventė yra, reikia švęsti. Ir Laura sakė, kad aš kaip Grand Marshal, tai aš turiu visas teisės, galiu daryti, ką noriu šiandien. Tai naudodamas į tą progą, aš noriu porą apdovanojimų, ar tiesiog vieną apdovanojimą, o kitą suvenyrą, noriu pakviesti Vilių Žaltį į sceną. Ir tikriausiai visi daugumą Los Andželiečių pažįsta ir gal jūs žinot kodėl. Kadangi Vilius yra projekto Šakės vadovas. Ta darbą jis dirba labai senai, kuris dabar subūrė mūsų bendruomenės jaunimą ir kurie vyksta į įvairias vietovės ir atnaujina, suranda kapus lietuvių, kurie yra užmiršti. Ir jie turi budelę, bet jie turi pasę, kur jaunimas atvyko ir pristatys tą projektą. Jeigu jaunimas girdi, ten prie baro kur nors, tai prisijungit prie to projekto Šakės, o šiandien aš atstovaudama buvusią krašto valdybą, savo kadenciją pasibaigė, bet gavau įgaliojimą pasveikinti Vilių ir įteikti jam mūsų medelį. Kad tas medelis, kad ir ne žalias, bet jisai būtų simbolis tų girių, kurias jūs aplankote ir atnaujina tuos kapus. Taigi Viliau, dėkojame tau labai ir visų Los Andželiečių vardu ir krašto valdybos, visų JAV bendruomenės vardu. Paplokit. Toks trapus medelis, taip kaip ir trapių mūsų knygų. Dar nekirpsiu, kadangi dar vieną turiu pareigojimą. Dar nekirpsiu, paskui man vėl sakys, eik iki tėvės. Dar turiu pareigojimą nuo lietuvių bendruomenės padėkoti Aurimui Mockui, kuris jau pabėgo turbūt. Aurimas... Teisingai. Tai padėkoti už tą drąsą, ir ypatingai, kad iš Los Andželo, iš Kalifornijos vyks tokias sėkminga, sakyčiau, kelionė. Jeigu būčiau aš mama, jūsų aš neleisčiau. Bet mūsų krašto valdyba prašė perduoti tą suvenyrą, kai jūs nuvyksite į Australiją, tai jiems nuvežti. Tai mes tikimės, kad jūsų kelionė bus sėkminga ir to linkime visi. Dėkojame už jūsų drąsą ir atstovavimą. Lietuvių balso garsinimą.
Ačiū visai lietuvių bendruomenei, iš tikrųjų už kvietimą. Pakvietė mane, kai tik sužinojau, kad čia ruošiuosi atvažiuoti. Labai didžiuojuosi ir džiaugiuosi. Iš tikrųjų, be galo labai džiaugiuosi matydamas tiek lietuvių čia. Kaip sakė lietuvių pasaulio bendruomenės pirmininkė, kaip tam, kur esame mes, ten ir yra Lietuva. Tikrai didelė dalis yra Lietuvos dabar čia. Aš įsivaizduoju, kol sensta bus gėrimas iškrautas festivalis, o aš įsivaizduoju, kad jausiuosi namuose. Tikrai pats žadu prakalbyti jūsų žinutę. Šios žinutės jau laukia Australijos lietuviai. Kaip tik dabar su gerbiama Valentina užmezgė kontaktą, nes kiek negalėjau užmezgti kontaktą su Ukraina. Kadangi papildoma žinutė bus irgi aiškins visam pasauliui, kad mes maža tauta, Lietuva palaikoma Ukraina. Ir
tikiuosi, kad mes uždavėm kontaktą, kaip tik Rikardos dar vieną žinutę. 2 žinutės bus nuvežtas, turiu ir kitas misijas, kovoti vaikučių, paskandinti jų didžiausias išgyvenimus vandenyne, kurie makaronų suvėrė. Jie taip pat paprašė, kad tos karolius kai kurios perpildyčiau jam. Aš tikrai pažadu tą padaryti, stengiantis sunkiausių momentų iš visų jėgų, prisimindamas, kad tiek daug jūsų lietuvių yra ir kurie mane palaiko. Tai ačiū labai visiems, kas norite, kviečiu susipažinti. Mes atvežęs ir atributikos, tikrai jums ruošiuosi išdalinti, nenorėčiau jas neštis atgal. Ačiū, būsiu iki rytojaus ir netula.
Taigi pasinaudodama tą progą, kurią man suteikė skelbiu šventę atidarytą. Jeigu norit, kad net pakalbėčiau už galiu, norit? Ne. Taigi, skelbiu šventę atidarytą, linksminkitės, džiaugitės ir bandom juos. Reikia daugiau aukų, daugiau žiūrėti.
Ačiū sakytai už šiltą žodį, už pagerbimą žmonių, kurie verti pagerbimo. Linkime mūsų keliauninkui saugios kelionės per ramųjį vandenyną. Na ir kągi, po dramatiško juostos perkirpimo skelbėme 38-asias Los Andželo lietuvių dienas atidarytomis.
As you may understand, the 38 Los Angeles Lithuanian Days are now officially opened.
Dabar kviečiame visus garbės svečius, deimantinius ir gintarinius rėmėjus susirinkti bendrai fotografijai prieš sceną.
And now we would like to invite all of our esteemed guests of Diamond and Amber sponsors to please join us at the front for a group photo.
Na, o mes pasinaudosime progą, kol fotografuosis.
Svečiai, prašom. Ar reikia iš nuo sąrašą skaityti? Kas buvo ką paminėti, reikėtume priekį.
Aktyviau, mes čia tada. Gerbiami svečiai, kodėl jūs neateinate nusifotografuoti? O, ačiū labai. Ir rėmėjai, kurie esate čia, prašau.
Visiems norime priminti, kad šventė vyksta ne tik pagrindinėje mūsų aikštėje, bet taip pat turime mokyklos kiemelį. Ir skirtingose palapinėse vyksta daugybė įvairiausių užsiėmimų tiek vaikams, tiek suaugusiems. Ypatingų edukacinių programų nuo medžio varžybos iki spektaklių vaikams ir meno pamokų, tai nepamirškite apsilankyti. So everyone, don't forget that the event is not only taking place in the main central area. We also have the schoolyard with art exhibits, with activities for kids, and also educational programs in the booth of Lithuanian Consulate, as well as the meeting and greeting with Adamas Motzkos in the booth of Los Angeles Lithuanian community.
Na, o dabar pradėsime linksmąją šventės dalį, kurią atidarys šokių grupės Spindulys vadovė, ponia Varnė.
And it's time to start the program. I'm pretty sure you were all looking forward to this. Please welcome to the stage Lithuanian folk dance groups the Lilies, conducted by number one is Lithuania.
O, gyva tai, gyva tvora. Mūsų jaunimas gyvuoja ir čia yra dukros ir sūnūs iš originalių lietuvių dienų dalyvių. Tai dabar pradėsim su gyva taro, gyva tvora. Starting it up with the green fence. Just come back from dancing in Lietuva. There were 2,000, thousands of dancers.
Okay, well, great. We are back. So officially opening ceremony for the Lithuanian Days here in Los Angeles at St. Casimir's Church. thank you all for watching us, and just curious where everyone is coming from. We're going to be interviewing a couple different people throughout the live stream. I kind of just did this brand new. As you know, I'm Conrad Jacob, Baltic American Freedom League president, and we'll be having a number of people to conversate with and on there. So, so every year since I believe 1987, the Los Angeles Lithuanian community has put on this fair to show what the Lithuanian culture is like. So have the food and the customs and the drinks and the artwork and all sorts of different items. So just curious where everyone's watching from at this time. I see on my screen that Otis is walking around and probably going to interview a couple different people as well. So,
hey, Conrad, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you, Otis.
I'm over here with, it's called Blue Yellow US. They have a booth here at the Lithuanian Days. And I'm here with, what is your name? Speak into the mic.
Sure. Austra Talat Kelpsa.
Absolutely. Blue Yellow for Ukraine. So Osha flew out all the way from Chicago for this. I don't know if you can hear us.
You're all the way from Chicago with us, right? You're all the way from Chicago. So, and what is your message you want to tell people here? Why are you doing this?
So we're Blue Yellow USA. We're Blue Yellow USA. We are a 501c3 nonprofit working in Ukraine. We have a medics team and a logistics team that bring humanitarian and medical aid and services to the military and civilians. My medics work out of Dnipro, and they do medevacs, they do training and so on. And our logistics team brings whatever is needed in humanitarian aid. We've been doing this since 2019, and we feel it's very important that we help Ukraine to win, because we are very strong believers that if Ukraine does not win, Lithuania and the Baltics are next. And we feel strongly enough about it to have prepared some bumper stickers stating that message. But seriously, we also do a lot of advocacy in DC. We are part of the Ukraine Action Summit. We're one of the members. And we also do it outside of the summit, talking to Congress people and so on, to make sure that bills are passed that support Ukraine and the Baltics. We are growing every day. We have volunteers joining us from all over. It's an honor to be able to do this work. And if anyone is watching for tonight, we are also supporting a project that is bringing the films Mariupolis 1 and Mariupolis 2, documentaries done by Mantas Kvedaravičius, who was killed by the Russians in Mariupol, and his wife, who co-directed the film. The films will be screened throughout the United States, and the first screening is the second screening now is at the Latvian House here in LA tonight at 6 p.m.
Wonderful. So if you ever have a chance to take a break, then I'd say go to the Latvian House. So Otis, show us all this.
Well, look at all this stuff here. Yeah, come on down. You can get a lot of. I like this one here specifically. She talked about that one, right? Baltic Youth Support. That's right. That's us, right? We're BAF Baltic American Freedom League. I just want to mention one more thing here. Look at this. I think we know who this person is here, right?
Yeah,
this is
that's the Baltic Freedom Award recipient.
Right there. She's the one that got that Freedom Award. You're absolutely right, Conrad. That's right. And so
She's still there. She's a medic there still.
And she's still there. She's still a medic there. And I think she even has some feeds and stuff that you can watch the great work that she's doing. That's right.
Absolutely.
Back to you, Conrad. Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful family doing great work.
Yes,
right. I cut you off. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Otis?
No, I was just, piggybacking on your comment there. Wonderful family doing great work there in Ukraine. Definitely. Yeah. So thanks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yes, and you can hear probably in the background some music. So we have live dancing and singing and performances by various Lithuanian groups and that come all over the world here to Los Angeles for this festival. And it's just so wonderful to come by and see some friends and family and new friends and family just to come in and visit as well. So Otis will be moving around a little bit and giving us some people to have a conversation with, and that's wonderful. Let's see. So just curious, where I see some people on here. Where's everybody watching from right now? Go ahead and drop a comment in here where you watching this live stream from, and if you have any questions, if you don't want to see anything specific, then we can get back on. So absolutely. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So this shirt right here that we have, it's on our store. This is Žygimantas Paviljonis. He's one of the Baltic Musketeers. This last April, we had a conference where Marko Mikkelsen from Estonia and Richard Kols, they came here to Los Angeles, and they talked about the appealing to defending the Baltics, and we had a nice seminar and a banquet, and they were here to help us. And these three Baltic Musketeers, so we're on this theme of Musketeers, and we can drop the link to our Printify store, but I have him as a Captain Lithuania, and because he's just one of our heroes on there as well. Otis, are you somewhere right now, or looks like that there's a class being performed?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm here with another vendor. What is your name?
My name is Rolandas Dabrukas.
In
here?
This is the mic.
I can hear him.
Okay. Yes. Hi, how are you?
Hey, Rolandas. So what are you doing today in this weekend?
Oh, this weekend is super exciting because it's Lithuanian Days, and every year they're inviting me to do my performances. So this year I'm going to do Storytime Extravaganza. I'm going to be bringing new character, and also I'm going to do art classes. So I'm actually about to do art class like in a few minutes. So yeah, please come and enjoy. And this is my stuff, some of my stuff, my paintings and illustrations, my books. This is my books right here. I Am Different. Zulu is my first book. Coloring books in 2 languages, Varliukas Tutis or Frog Tutis coloring book. And then, Gandrite Ora. This is the latest book, Little Spider, Big Feelings.
That's a wonderful story.
Yeah. And I also I doing murals. So this is some of the murals I did all around the world, in Lithuania, and this is in Water Park. This is in Connecticut. It's all over places. Boston,
Work.
Yeah, so if you want, you can look up my stuff, and I have my YouTube channel, my website, my Instagram, lots of different things you can find out online. Just Google my name. Yes, these are mine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put your link into our description for this YouTube video once it's off live. But so Rolandas, being an artist, what is the ability to express Lithuanian art to the world feel like to you?
Oh, it's the best profession in the world. What could be better to be an artist? Just I think the world was made by artists. Everything. If you think, like uh, tables, chairs, houses, everything was made by artists, and it just like so fantastic to be an artist. Like every day I'm creating, and I'm like just goosebumps going. Even now when I'm talking about it, just like you in this zone. You're like meditating, and it just like it's creating, and you can create anything you want, and just like so it's so magical. It's so I'm super excited. I'm like a child, like that's why I love teaching kids and even adults. I have private art students, so art is amazing, and I work with different mediums. You see, like this is acrylic paint, this is watercolors. My first book, I worked in watercolors, something like this. I didn't like watercolors at all, but when I studied in the United States, John Falato, he was my professor, and he showed me some really cool tricks, and I fell in love with watercolors. So it's like very important who's your teacher. So if you have a good teacher, guide you, oh my gosh, you can do like really magical stuff.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And besides art, you also dance, right?
My wife called. She is already probably waiting near the gates. But
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rolanda.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
We'll see you this weekend, and obviously you'll be performing retro. So,
Bye.
all right, bye. All right. So, this will be showing some of the artwork that Roland does, and it's
he had to go. He was just he had time for us to do a little quick interview, and so. But as you can see, it's a lot of fantastic stuff here, and he actually does a show with the kids. I know my kids will be coming here tomorrow. He's here for 2 days. Lithuanian Days is for 2 days. And so it's going to be fantastic. And he does a lot of great stuff for the kids as well. So you can see the art here.
Yeah, and it's all throughout the church art, yard as well. So he does a great job in that book that he just had. Little Spider Big Feelings is a wonderful children's story. So stop by his booth this weekend if you're here for the art class for the kids.
Yeah. Fantastic.
All right. We'll see you soon, Otis.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah. So we have a number of people coming in and out, and we'll try to, herd people into, for some interview time and everything else as well. Maybe you can find Dottis from Manavichus or maybe someone from the Knights of Lithuania to have a conversation with briefly. So wonderful. Thank you all for coming in. Put Otis in just some background. So lots of people coming in every year. Thousands of people come in to this, and so you can see all the artwork and the songs and dances of Lithuanians and various things to experience the artwork and the Lithuanian jewelry, which is amber. I have some on me, and everyone loves the amber jewelry that's over here as well. All right. Looks like a hot day. Oh God. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I'm not sure. Yes, looks like a hot day today, Marius. It's not as hot as it used to be. I will say that it's 85 degrees here. It's 125. I mean, I've been here on days that it was like 100. So I think we had our heat wave a couple weeks ago pass by, and so I think we're good on that.
I think I found Michael here, Conrad.
Absolutely, if he has a moment.
He's also one of our fellow Baffle members as well. So, and he's looking good. It looks like he's collecting some money here for Baffle. I think that's what it is.
No. And thank you for fixing the PayPal. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a PayPal. We had one, and and we had some issues with it, so we got it ready to go. So you can Venmo or PayPal donations to Baltic American Freedom League. So if you wrangle Michael, Otis, maybe bring him to his booth to see
Hello, Michael.
Yeah.
How are you? Good
Good.
to see you.
How are
I
you, my
have
friend?
you on YouTube live streaming right now. And
Hey,
I'll
Michael.
give you the mic. Hold on. This is, I'm going to put this in your ear.
It's for Baffle?
Yes, we're live streaming now.
Labas Otis, how are you?
I'm doing great.
This is so amazing to be here at Lithuanian Days and representing both the Knights of Lithuania for the Lithuanian community and the Baltic American Freedom League. It's it's a special time for the Lithuanian community. I see a lot of Latvians, I see Estonians around today. So today is just all about the Baltics here, and come get your amber and
Score on some amber.
Score some amber for the
talking
Baltics.
about.
Score on some beer, some textiles.
Oh, yeah, we were already at the bar. We did an interview with
Yeah.
the bar guy already.
Well, Michael,
That was the
we'd
first
love to
interview.
see your booth at the Knights of Lithuania. So if you and Otis could head on
Yeah.
over there and we can check it out.
We'll do that. And also, don't forget to go visit Baltic Crossroads. It's a wonderful.
Oh, yeah. We interviewed her already. We got an interview with her.
Yeah, but so Otis, when is the Latvian Community Day when we all can come visit the Latvian community?
Oh, the Latvians, we love to celebrate. Maybe we can even do a Baltic celebration day.
Can you take pictures, please, with the signs?
Hold on,
I'm
Mike has to
double
take a
duty.
picture.
With the signs?
Oops.
Mike's nice guy.
It's all about the community here. I volunteer with the Lithuanian American community. I'll sell raffle tickets tomorrow afternoon. I'm volunteering with the Daughters of Lithuania.
Get some raffle tickets. That's
Yeah, be sure to get your raffle tickets. It's a great 50-50.
Awesome.
So let's go visit the Knights of Lithuania. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Did you put a phone in your pocket?
No, Daria had it.
Can you do one more for us?
Let me put.
You can do one more. That's okay.
You said no.
Sure.
Please.
This is when you come to Lithuanian Days, this is what you do all day.
Yeah.
It's about the community. So this picture that I'm taking is going to be called the Women of Lietuvos Dukteris LA. The beautiful gražių woman. Hold on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just point it.
So a very important part here, first aid. Say, hey, Pavlos. And here we are passing the Lithuanian American community where everybody should be renewing their membership to be a member of the Lithuanian community. Here's our president.
New members joining today.
Here's our president. Labas, Tata. New members? Woo! It's so important to support the Lithuanian community. And here's our fearless leader. Oh, we have a VIP here.
Yes, great pleasure to meet you all. This is my book, Lithuania Transforms the West. Why transforms the West? Because Lithuania liberated from Soviet occupation, the Soviet Union collapsed. You could come and get my book, $40 only.
That's it?
So the Columbia is more expensive. Yeah.
It's a
All right,
deal.
We'll come back to you. We're checking out the scenes.
Legendary Darius Stefanevičius. There's his book. Buy a book. It's an important piece of Lithuanian history. Rolandas. Rolandas.
And
Rolandas Dabruskas, an amazing artist and painter and performer. We're only here at Lithuanian Days. And here we are, Knights of Lithuanian Lietuvos Vyčiai.
Here's the booth. There it is.
We're selling Christmas ornaments.
I gotta buy my Christmas ornament. I gotta buy my Christmas ornaments now.
There you
That's
go.
right.
This is the best place in Lithuanian Days for water and sodas, only $1. We also are raising money. The Lithuanian Knights of Lithuania raises money to give away to scholarships each year.
Yeah,
We support our graduating seniors, and we have a raffle. These are 3 amazing baskets of cheer, and we'll zoom in right here. A homemade bottle of my personal Trupnikas.
This is the book, How Lithuania Liberates.
Coming over here. Let's meet some of our members. Laura, you are live on Baffle TV.
Oh my goodness.
Laura's in charge of membership, new membership, and she's also a member of our she's a national officer. Hi, Laura.
Hi. We're here at Lithuanian Days in Los Angeles. This is our big fundraiser for our local council, 133. But it's been great so far. We have people who come up to our booth, and I ask them, are they Lithuanian? Yes, but I don't speak Lithuanian. We're the connection for people who do not speak Lithuanian. And we introduce people to cultural events here. And of course, let them know about the importance of call to action, Baffle call to actions to support the Baltic states against Russian aggression, especially in light of Russian unprovoked aggression on Ukraine. Please, we need people to join Baffle and to join Knights of Lithuania. Achoo!
There we are. It's what we do. Advance and protect Lithuania. Pay honor and tribute to Lithuanian culture, customs, language, and traditions. Support Lithuania and her people in any way we can. So it's a fabulous day here at the Lithuanian Heritage Days, also known as LT Days. We have the food tent. There's the bar back there. And all of our wonderful, supportive, there's some Lithuanian dancers. There they go. It's an amazing day here. Some 2 amazing singers. So come to Lithuanian Days and we will
Yeah, thank you, Mike. We'll take it from here. And we have a couple of
Lithuanian Days time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. All right, I have a couple people that I'll be interviewing here shortly. I have Darius from the Navichus and hopefully them as well.
Padarykim nuotrauką, padarykim Rūta, make a picture. Yeah.
I'll hold up your book.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a photo op right now and between the 2 people.
Yeah. Your phone? Thank you. Rūta, įdėkit lagaminą. Gerai?
All right. Dario. All right. All right. So while getting you all mic'd up. I'm here. Dario, where'd you come from? Where'd you fly in from?
Yes, we came from England. We did a flight from London to Los Angeles, especially for Lithuanian Days. You know, Konrad and Gele and Danutė said, Darius, come with your books and bring 200 books, and all of them will be sold. I brought only 60. Lithuania transforms the West. Why Lithuania transformed the West? Because liberation of Lithuania from Soviet occupation actually influenced, caused actually collapse of the Soviet Union, the major event. And the book has important chronology, it has maps and dates and pictures. So come and get the book and I'll sign it. And also I am on the Baffle board of directors.
I have been together with Anne in Portland with the Knights of Lithuania meeting recently. It went very, very well, and I gave a talk, and all the books I had gone immediately. So thank you so much. What you do is so important to lobby the Congress, to advocate the Baltic coast, to get the military assistance for the Baltic states, to help Ukraine actually facilitate disintegration of the Russian Empire. This is what we have to change the policy from this so-called strategic Russia's failure in Ukraine. With this is the so-called policy. It doesn't go further than actually Ukrainians are fighting on the tied with the tied hands. Actually, they're not giving the rights to target those airports where the plane or the bombers go with the bombs. Actually, so we have to give everything Ukraine needs. Actually, and to facilitate the liberation of all Ukraine. Actually. And to cause the collapse of the Russian Empire. So the Ukrainians have to stand until the Russian Empire will collapse.
Absolutely.
And the contrary is great leader, great president of the Baltic American Freedom League.
Thank you.
I visit. It's a great pleasure. I was invited to come to the Baffle banquet, sponsored it. It's an enormously joyful event. And today is the atmosphere of very vibrant and patriotic, and everybody is you have a very, very good mood. There's plenty of Lithuanian food and beer. Come and meet us and enjoy the day here.
Absolutely. So, with what advocating from Europe, what should the regular American do right now to support the Baltics and Ukraine and our initiatives?
Thank you so much, Conrad. That's a very, very important issue. I think it's very important to advocate the Congress. The Congress would understand that actually Russia must lose the war, that Ukraine must liberate the land, actually. Because the concern, if there is a deal, people on the left, like you got the communists in the White House actually who delay the supply of weapons for Ukrainian. You got on the right, you got such idiots like, sorry to say, on the Republican side who are against or want to make a very rapid, a very quick deal. So it's a problem. And there's a problem with an American government that actually, it's not a unanimous government. There are different branches like Pentagon, State Department, different opinions, but general mood, as far as I understand, so the government is not yet committed to full liberation of Ukraine from Russian occupation and the collapse of the Russian Empire. U.S. foreign policy must be oriented towards the collapse of the Russian Empire. And every American can contact his member of Congress, member of Senate, and actually ask to support victory for Ukraine, a liberation of Ukraine from Russian occupation. All of it.
Absolutely. And we'll put the link in here. You click the link, you type in your information, and send a direct message to the congressman. We're making it easy for you to contact your congressman. I know back in the day, you had phone calls, you had to write a letter, you had to type a letter. We don't need that anymore. Now we have the internet, and we can do that. We have a wonderful group that watches who opens these emails and sees, what we can do to set up a meeting with the congressional staff to say, support the Baltics, support Ukraine, support NATO. We have to support these initiatives. If you live in the States, then you can do that. If you're out of the States, you can help us by liking and commenting and sharing this video and other YouTube channels from our Baltcast, and growing our initiative for other things as well. So, hey, you can buy this T-shirt and other stuff that we have. So we have a great YouTube store or a Critify store that will be in the comment section. But those are ways to support our initiative. and it's really important that we have to keep the goals and everything else of Baltic security, Baltic freedom moving forward. And I want to thank you, Dario, for coming out and
thank you.
All your hard work with Baffle and your academia and all the written work. Wait, I got to add in something. I got to add this banner. Check this banner out. So I always like to add this in. The Free Königsberg banner. So we have Free Königsberg.
Well, if the Russian Empire would collapse, actually, naturally, then the liberation of like northern territories of Japan. And I recall President George W. Bush, President Bush Sr., that very much were for liberation of northern territories of Japan from the Russian occupation. And the same with the Königsberg. If the Russian Empire would collapse, actually, you would expect naturally that northern territories of Japan would become part of Japan, will be liberated from Soviet occupation as well as Königsberg. But it's a key thing to help to strengthen defense of the Baltic states. And I think legislation in Congress for over 300 million. And it's a key importance of your call to the senator. Take a phone call, write an email, and everything is ready in the Baffle web page, actually, to press the button. And it's so important to help Ukraine to liberate its territory from the Russian occupation.
To victory.
Yes.
Victory.
And the collapse of the Russian Empire.
Absolutely. So I haven't been. Last week, I'm not following the news as close as last week because I've been busy setting up for this. But where are we at with Ukraine striking back on Russian territory?
Well, it's still, as far as I understand, despite many hopes and many sort of hints that already policy might change, as far as I understand, it doesn't change yet. As far as I understand, the White House might be wrong what publicly they say that they support, but in fact, Estonian Foreign Relations Chair of Estonian Foreign Relations Committee, Marko Mihkelson, just recently showed the whole list. He met Estonian president, he met Ukrainian president. He was showed the whole list what U.S. government promised to give Ukraine in April, and it's not given. And everything is delayed by the National Security Advisor, Ivan. I call him Ivan, not Sullivan, Ivan. And he is Coca-Cola scholar. And we was Coca-Cola scholar. And we know that Coca-Cola is one of these companies actually would try to preserve the Soviet Union. And actually, they're still operational in the Soviet Union. So I asked naturally, you see, I'm British citizen also as a Lithuanian citizen, but I can ask a question, if the Coca-Cola is earning money in Russia, if the Coca-Cola scholar in Washington White House delaying weapons for Ukraine, whether Coca-Cola is paid by the Kremlin for the delay of the weapons. You see, sorry, I am making hypothesis, but I think FBI should look very closely into the activities of Coca-Cola and the White House. And you got a link, probably, the collusion of the Kremlin with the National Security Advisor, who is delaying the weapons that has been promised in April. Sorry to say, it's a hypothesis,
Yeah.
But it can't be, Ukrainians must be given everything Ukraine needs to liberate. Now, the major key city just recently fell down to the Russians because the Russians are advancing in Donbass. It's very far from, what will happen if the Russians will move further down? Actually, they will not stop. They will move into the Baltics.
Yep.
In Finland, Poland, is it crucially to understand, to lobby the Congress to change this policy of delaying weapons. And I think many Ukrainians and many Lithuanians think that at the moment it's very weak administration, actually. is very weak, actually. It doesn't give, despite all rhetoric that they say, oh, we'll support Ukraine, oh, we help victory for Ukraine. And in fact, Ukrainians fighting on the tide band hands behind. They are not given the key ammunition, intermediate range missiles like ATAM, long range missiles like Tomahawks, actually, to hit Russian military bases and to destroy those airports where the Russian military planes, fly from with the Russian gliding bombs, and there is nothing Ukrainians can do against this, and millions of people will potentially die.
And I think
Europe.
that's important because we want to. The thing is this: is that those missiles that are launched from Russia are sitting there, and we want to create the fear that those are going to hit. And when they have that, they're like, oh, we have to always move this, missile launcher. And what does that mean? It means use of diesel, and so that means use of fuel that they don't want to use. And it's a resource. So it's on strategy wise, it's important to keep the Russians moving using the diesel and burning it up instead of letting them sit there forever.
And it's a fear of so-called fear of escalation of nuclear war or something. The hell is a 25 times larger economy. The West has 25 times larger economy. It could crash the Russian Empire. All the weapons the United States has and Europe has, actually, F-16s have been designed to strike down and to destroy Russia. British nuclear submarines constantly circling on the Atlantic Ocean. And the Russians should think twice, if they would want to use actually nuclear weapons against the United Kingdom or United States. They would be immediately destroyed 5 minutes before they decide to do that. So, it's no point to fear of escalation. It's the point to destroy those airfields, destroy those Russian oil refineries, actually.
And the Ukrainians can do it themselves for us.
Yes.
Before the nukes.
Yes.
So.
Yes. This is a historic chance to actually destroy the Russian Empire. The State Department should work actually on the plan actually of disintegration of Russian Empire, splitting, northern territories of Japan, Königsberg, other areas, Siberia, maybe to start negotiations with the communist China about takeover of the Russian Siberia, actually. There's a lot of potential, actually, to destroy the Kremlin's empire. This is the key thing, to actually disintegrate it into smaller parts.
Yeah, so we have a question here from Modest Venture. It says, what are your thoughts on the U.S. trying to do a controlled demolition of the Russian empire due to the fear of nuclear proliferation to the black market, armed terrorist organizations? So I think what this person's asking is U.S. trying to slowly?
No,
I don't know.
I think at the moment the policy is actually, as I said, delay for 6 months everything, and basically the policy at the moment is strictly, behind all the taking all the paragraphs, strictly secret or whatever. This is the policy which designs actually to preserve the Russia as it is, actually, and for Ukrainians gradually to lose the territory as it is, actually. And this is the and maybe to split Ukraine into the part which will go into Russian Empire and the part could be free. But this is the wrong policy. The right policy would be to help, to assist Ukraine with everything Ukraine needs to liberate itself from the Russian Empire. And actually would not be afraid. At the moment, I think administration is afraid of that potentially Russia could collapse. Actually, this is what they think probably, oh, it is a communist China. Oh, this is a huge Russia. We want somehow to balance. It doesn't matter if Ukraine will fall into the Russian hands. That's the thinking of the current administration is behind the scenes, as far as I understand. But we have to change this into Ukrainian victory, actually. Yes. That Ukrainians will be given everything Ukraine needs. And Ukrainian victory means Ukrainian liberation from Soviet occupation, from the Kremlin's occupation, and actually to induce the break of the Kremlin's empire. And administration should not be too afraid of escalation, actually. And yes, it's important to crack down on the terrorist network. Yes, it's important to actually to prevent from terrorists taking the nuclear stocks and et cetera. But is a 25 times larger economy of the West. And political will is required, actually, and the tools will be found. If there would be very clear game strategy for Ukraine's liberation, and if everything Ukraine will be given, Ukraine would be free.
Absolutely. I mean, and here in California, we have 3,000 M1 tanks just sitting in the California desert. For what reason? Send it out.
Yes.
So recycling is good, right? We can recycle our U.S. weapons, send it over there.
Yeah.
It costs us more to keep them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but it's a hard work, If today 1,000 of American Lithuanians would join actually Baltic American Freedom League and would help Baltic American Freedom League lobbying, advocating the Congress to give everything the Baltic needs to defend themselves, actually strengthen the Baltic defense, to give everything Ukraine needs, liberating themselves. The world will be different. United States will be much stronger, it will be leadership actually seen all over the world. But at the moment, it's perceived as a very, very weak, left-wing, communist-oriented administration, which doesn't want, Ukraine's victory and Russia's lost, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think we're getting too extremes of the American political system that don't want us involved one way, and I think the Kremlin knows that, and they're going to double down.
Yeah. I mean,
it's cheaper for them.
Yeah, and the force still operates in Pennsylvania, in actually quite in 3 or 4 states, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, 200 oil gas stations owned by Kremlin Lukoil. Why not to sanction these oil stations? Why not to reduce influence of the Russian money in Washington, D.C.? It looks like cheaper to buy left-wing politicians, right-wing politicians, and to try to find them, to divide them among, each other at the same time, to win. It's crazy.
Well, I think it's easier for the politicians, but I think it's to find the money. But I think a lot of these social media guys that are out there that don't have to report where their financing is coming from until they get involved in a sanction investigation, then we don't really know out there. So as far as misinformation out there, you want to always check your facts, and always, even if it's somebody that you agree with, find out if it's true and say, like, where's the source coming from? What's that out? I mean, artificial intelligence, I think, is really starting to get scary because, there's a lot of these people posting these images of the natural disasters, but they're fake. And I asked them, well, why would somebody make a fake image of a disaster when you can just have photos passed out of floods, etc. So
absolutely, and you don't know probably. I think Conrad, you mentioned that there were more phone calls in the U.S. Congress from who knows, maybe artificial intelligence, who say, oh, we are against help for Ukraine or something. And that's why it's so important to join, actually. I recall myself, I was driving and I have received a phone call. Oh, here's Boris Johnson calling, vote for me. Yes, I like Boris Johnson, but it was not genuine phone call. It was pre-recorded message, and and there were even intervals for me to speak, actually. Yeah. But I definitely know that it's not himself called, actually. But there was a telephone number afterwards I called that, oh, this is the center, actually, call center. So the same things happens also, I think, on the Kremlin side. They're very actively working here in America.
Yeah, I mean, you twist the vocals and the recorded messages and in a way that just bases it out for something bad and nefarious. So I think we always have to be on the lookout for stuff like that as well.
But you see, the problem is, and I think it's a publicly discussed problem, actually, in social media, that actually we still lack of political will of the leader of the free world, United States, for Ukraine's liberation from the Kremlin's yoke, from the Kremlin's empire.
Absolutely. United States is the leader of the world, and us as Americans, we want to make sure that we're supporting issues that are Baltic and Ukraine, defense, etc. So, but wonderful. Modest, I hear that President George H.W. Bush didn't want the Soviet Union to collapse. He's echoed that same policy. I don't know if that is a George H.W. Bush policy. I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, as far as I understand, that he was supporter of actually Ukraine, and there was even before the U.S. Congress assigned those 60 over billions to help restock basic supply stocks and everything. There was a dinner with the keynote speaker George W. Bush, who argued very much in support, actually, with the CIA directors as well, to support actually Ukraine.
And his son George W. Bush says, if you invade Lithuania, then you're an enemy of the United States.
Yes.
So we have to keep that policy forever moving forward.
Absolutely. And I had the chance, and I'm writing in the book, actually, I had the chance to study James Baker's private documents collection in Princeton University. Oh, wow. And his diaries and notes and everything. And you would clearly see that at that stage there was a wish that actually, yes, nuclear weapons would be controlled by the center. However, the relation with the United States would be actually in parallel at the same as with the center, with the republics. Actually, that actually there was a genuine policy in attempts to split the Soviet Union into republics. Actually, there was a policy. Actually, it was a top secret policy, you could say. It was actually not publicly discussed or spoken and discussed. Well, there was famous Kiev chicken speech where President Bush, was concerned about disintegration of the Soviet Union. But there was a Malta deal between President Bush and Gorbachev. Actually, Gorbachev promised not to use military force in the Baltic states, and the President Bush promised not to push the Baltics towards independence. And we could remember that actually President Bush summer house in Kennebunk Fort is very close to Lithuanian monastery in Kennebunk. And on a number of occasions, President Bush actually and Barbara Bush, they visited Lithuanian monastery during election campaign. Lithuanians organized demonstration. So Lithuanians were very active in the Baltic American Freedom League. Your father, Tony, and your mom, Danute, and Angele, and others, they met President Bush, actually. They asked for recognition of independent Lithuanian government. So it was a strong, wise leadership of the United States at that time, but it was actually strong push towards peaceful process. That actually persuasion of the Soviet Union not to use military force in the Baltics, actually to get the Baltics to liberate peacefully. Everything was very, very strongly pushed towards peace and peaceful process. But at the same time, the United States always emphasized that the United States has never recognized incorporation of the Baltic states in the Soviet Union, and actually supported Lithuania's and Latvia's and Estonia's independence at that time. So I would be very much willing that actually the new president, new security advisor, actually whoever they will be, they would be very strongly on Ukrainian side. And actually, Ukrainian vote, Central Eastern European vote can be decisive vote. Lithuanian vote can be decisive vote. Who will be?
There's in Pennsylvania, there's 800 Polish Americans, there's 150,000 Ukrainian Americans in Pennsylvania. All of the Rust Belt swing states that are more important in the presidential debate are Eastern Europeans. People like us that we've seen the Russian Empire, and I think that's what happened in the 2020 election. Because in 2016 we had the Hillary with the reset button with Medvedev, and she lost those states, and then Trump lost those states because he was a little bit soft with Putin.
I think Ann could explain, our policy advisor very well. She's very, very good at that. But please join the Baltic American Freedom League, all lobbying activities. And it's very, very easy, actually, to join.
Question here. Does non-recognition really matter? When is the last time anyone called for Tibet to be free? I mean, I don't know about Tibet. I think it is because of diplomacy, and when you put up a State Department and an embassy, I think it is important for non-recognition. Might be in the Baltic states, it was, governments in exile from the Soviet occupation. So they're kind of with Lozeritis set up in DC, relatively speaking. So I think it is matter. I think it is important. Any final comments about the fair? Or
it's amazing.
That you're looking forward to?
I think we'll come every year. We enjoy it thoroughly. This is the absolutely wonderful event, actually. And we opened the bank account in Lithuania Credit Union. They said that during Lithuanian Days, they will give $55 to those who will open the bank account.
Wow,
That's amazing. Actually, the atmosphere is wonderful. I'm very grateful to Baltic American Freedom League that, they accommodated us in their booth. This is my book, Lithuania Transforms the West. If you order it on internet, I think they will ask you $45. But if you come here, it'll be $40. So please come. Get my book, get my signature, and you will be happy here. Absolutely. Lithuanian food, Lithuanian beer, cepelinai. Oh, absolutely. Amazing!
I can't wait. But thanks for coming.
Well, thank you very much, Conrad, for your kind invitation.
Yeah, no.
We were swimming, in the ocean yesterday, in the Venice Beach.
I hope you guys have your sunscreen because it does get a little bit hot. But I will say that it's 85 degrees. There's been a year when it was a few years that it was like 100 degrees. So
I went to Hoover Institution. Actually, I gave my book to Professor Condoleezza Rice, to H.R. McMaster, to Professor Neil Ferguson, Steve Kotkin, and also other library. So I think I saw that University of California, Los Angeles bought my book actually without any encouragement, which is very, very good thing. But I'm very, very thankful for what you do actually. And you are the most powerful people in the planet. Take the phone, call your members of Congress, your senators, and ask them to support the Baltic states, the defense of the Baltic states, and Ukraine victory of Ukraine.
Absolutely,
And join the battle.
Join Baffle, become a member. It's $100 to become a lifetime member, and every $100 on top of that, you get more votes at the annual meeting, and so get to choose leaders. And I've been blessed to be the president the last 4 years, and I don't know anyone else that has served longer than I have.
Please do continue.
So yes, we need your support always. In many different capacities. So I'm glad that our PayPal is up. Finally, we fixed that, and now lots of ways to support.
I joined in '97, actually, advisory board, and still here. And it's very easy. It's only $100, and your voice will be heard. And actually, you are able to influence your elected representatives. And please do so, because definitely your email, your phone call actually matters enormously.
No matter what, because when our staff person Ann is out in DC and we're out doing door knocks on offices and with the senatorial staff and congressional staff, they say they want to hear from you, the constituents. It's their job to listen to you. So they may not agree with the policy, but if they keep hearing the same thing over and over again from people that live in their constituency, they're gonna be supportive. So always do that. Talk to your friends and family. Share our initiatives and share that, because we can grow together our processes. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Conrad. Thank you so much. What you do is key importance, actually. And please do continue.
Yes,
absolutely.
Thank you. Enjoy the festival.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Enjoy the festival.
Thank you.
So I'm going to take a little break. I need a little bit of water. So I'll put this on just for a quick second, and we'll go from there. But if you have any questions for the live stream, type it in here. Anybody else that you would like to see me interview, go ahead and type it in the comments as well. And we're open to listening to everybody. So Tony Darius, your book, you mentioned that how Lithuania transforms the West. So Darius, soon. So I need to take a quick water break, and we'll be right back shortly. So, all right.
You should look up at my pen. I'm still, continue with it. Yeah. But thank you very much. I think it's a very good conversation.
Well, I guess I'm muted. All right, just trying to get back on here and get things organized and all that. So, just want to let you all know that Baltic American Freedom League is a nonpartisan 501c3 organization. We don't lobby anyone. We're just advocating the public and Congress, the State Department on Baltic issues that are related to Americans. So we don't support any particular candidate or party. We are here to educate everybody on Baltic issues. And so when you support us, we want to make sure that we're pushing for Baltic security issues, Baltic freedom, so on and so forth on there. And so, want to make sure that that's clarified onto the live stream here on there. Sometimes we can get carried away a little bit. So shortly we'll have more people to interview as well on there. And I know we have some people still watching us as well. I want to make sure we're not missing any questions here from the chat as well. Let's see here. So this festival is today and tomorrow, and it'll be going on to this evening, and then come back here tomorrow in Los Angeles, and it starts at 12 o'clock, and it's a shorter day tomorrow, but it's a family day, and there's big kids dancing and singing, and we have various performers the next 2 days, so come out here. It's a wonderful event. It's not as hot as it used to be in the past. It was as high as 100 degrees, and it's just a perfect day. Blue skies, no rain. It's not hot. It's not miserable. It's wonderful to be here, celebrate Lithuanian culture in Los Angeles at the Catholic Church. So come on down here, and let me see if I can find people to interview as well. In the meantime, excuse 1 second.
This would be putting this.
Just real quick. All right. So you'll probably see Gintas Kozlauskas here. He's been very helpful on everything. Gint, a couple questions. What made you want to join Baltic American Freedom League yourself?
Well, first of all, it's kind of, I guess, getting back to the community a bit. Growing up here in SoCal, you're thinking, oh, it's all bright and sunny. Everyone's a surfer. That's not the case. Some of us, if you go to Bohicua, you end up seeing so many of your Saturdays used up here at St. Casimir's. So initially, you're kind of thinking, well, I may be a little resentful. I don't want to go to Lithuanian school God knows how many Saturdays. But after a bit of time, you kind of start to appreciate the fact that, well, the world is a bigger place. You get to understand different culture than what people are usually used to here in the United States, and in fact, different perspectives. So, for me especially, I'm a PhD student, history student. For me, it's especially important and interesting because, well, it's different perspectives. You get to see different cultures, different geopolitical perspectives. You get to see what's actually going on in the broader world. We know more about countries. So when it comes to the Baltic American Freedom League, I ended up initially volunteering as a kind of impromptu intern. So Conrad, I believe you were starting out as the new president of BAFL. And you were kind of shifting things around.
Well, I mean, I just jumped on as a director, because I wasn't sure how this would work out. What my role was. I didn't want to take on too much responsibility that I didn't know what I was doing. So I was kind of learning. And of course, the weeks after becoming president, COVID happens and the pandemic happens, and so I had to kind of take on a major leadership role, even though I didn't want to, and it was just kind of baptism by fire at that point. It was
a lot of ground shifting around.
Yeah, and then 2 years later, the full scale invasions happened. I'm like, wow, geez, just one by one. Talk to her. But So what do you love coming back to Lithuanian Days specifically?
Lithuanian Days is essentially a condensed version of what it means to be a Lithuanian or Lithuanian American in the United States. It's totally different from what you'd expect. You're not living in Lithuania. You're not living in, I guess, a major center of Lithuanian culture like Chicago, let's say. A lot of Lithuanians there. But here, Lithuanian Days at St. Casimir's, you get to have a much more in-depth experience you don't get elsewhere. You get to see the Trolley, you get to see the Navama now and then. You get to see all kinds of things that Lithuanians and Lithuanian Americans make themselves with their hands. There's kind of a saying that in Lithuania, half the people consider themselves artists. And that's kind of represented here in all these foods. You have people who are making handcrafted goods, handcrafted this and that. Everything is just very unique, authentic, and true to the heart. So going back to why I'm part of BAFL, not only is it important to know more about the world, well, you have to learn more about what you want to see the world become. If you want to participate in a world that's more democratic, that's more open and free when it comes to sharing information, BAFL is an organization that supports. And for example, in Russia, you have the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. That's still regarded as a quote-unquote Western conspiracy theory. It's banned by law from the textbooks because it's Western misinformation, so to speak. It's illegal. You get sent to jail for 10 years.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So basically, I think the underlying bit about BAFL is that we're in support of a world that's more free, more democratic, more fair to everyone that lives in it. What we can do as, for example, as a Lithuanian American, we can share our own familial perspectives, offer advice, educational opportunities for people to understand what the Baltic states really are about. How does the United States partner with Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia? What does the United States get from that partnership? what does it mean to be part of a NATO alliance now, for example? All kinds of things like that. So it's not really a singular issue. You have all these kinds of different layers coming together, coming into what it really means to be a citizen of the U.S. and just being part of a community that's not just in Lithuania or just in America, it's all around the world. So you have people, I think, in Polish Strength and Danish Strength, over from 50, 55 different countries. The diaspora is growing, and it's always for people to work together for a better world, a better tomorrow, and a better present.
Absolutely. So, question, I guess both you and I can answer this. Can you support BAFL as an American without Baltic heritage? Absolutely. It's an American organization. It's a 501c3. You don't discriminate as far as supporting BAFL. You can be a member as a non-Baltic. So we have plenty of members that have zero Baltic heritage at all. And we have them supporting us in various initiatives. So you don't have to be Baltic to support us. Very good, very good.
I think we have a visitor here. The Lithuanian Research Center in Chicago.
Oh, good. Okay. So, absolutely.
You have a visitor here. So,
is it the hot seat? Yes, the hot seat. The hot seat.
Just the research center?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Alrighty, I'll let you look me up here.
If you could just put this on to your shirt.
Sure. There, a little bit higher. Or?
Yeah, I think that works.
Okay.
So let me. So wonderful. Right. So I'm here with Dr. Robert Vitas from the Lithuanian Research Center. Question is, what is the Lithuanian Research Center? What do you guys do specifically?
Certainly. So the Lithuanian Research Center is the largest Lithuanian academic institution outside of Lithuania. We have 3 facilities in Chicago and in suburban Lemont. We've got 13,000 square feet of material. We've got a library of about 100,000 volumes. We have an archive with individual and organizational materials. And then we have specialized collections. We have a musicology archive. We have periodicals, and we have archives in, art, medicine, military, politics, and history. So researchers come from Lithuania. These might be graduate students working on a master's thesis or a PhD dissertation, or professors or journalists. They come and they might spend a day, a week, a month, or 2 months researching our materials so they can write their articles and their books. We also have non-Lithuanian scholars who come in, and these are experts on Lithuania. They come from Europe, from South America. We've also had several visitors from professors in Japan whose field of expertise is Eastern European history. So they've come to our center.
Cool. So how long has the center been around?
The center itself, the corporation has been around for 42 years. But our center started off as an umbrella organization, and we began taking in and protecting libraries and archives that could no longer sustain themselves. So actually, I would say that our origin is 1920, because our oldest unit, the musicology archive, was established in Lithuania in 1920 by a musicology professor. Those materials went from Lithuania to Elizabeth, New Jersey, when he emigrated to the United States, and they ended up in Chicago. Now they are in Lemont at our facility, Lemont.
Wonderful. So you're from Chicago, then. So
Chicago, born and raised.
So what So I'm assuming you're here on business, research there. But if you were not part of it, what would you look forward to the Lithuanian Days
to come out to California?
Yeah.
You know what? Like what I've been doing, saying hello to old friends, meeting new friends, enjoying great Lithuanian food and beer, and just the music and the camaraderie. The Los Angeles Lithuanian community is very impressive to me. It's very positive. It's vibrant. And also, you have Lithuanians from the different waves of immigration, including the descendants of those who came before World War II, working together with people like myself, whose parents came from Lithuania after World War II, to the ones what we call the third waivers, the Pechabange, who've come over since the fall of the Berlin Wall. So I love the feeling of camaraderie and unity here and friendship. I love coming to the Lithuanian Days.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, is there something that you like to promote while you're on?
I'll tell you, I'm going to take a look at the public out there and promote. We want to preserve our Lithuanian heritage. So, if you have books, if you have documents, archives, diaries, photographs, dealing with Lithuanians, the Lithuanian nation, Lithuanian history, please don't discard. All too often, this material ends up in a dumpster sometimes. Yeah. Our job at the Research Center is to collect that material, catalog it, and preserve it for future generations so that today's scholars, as well as tomorrow's scholars, can continue writing our history. So that's my appeal to everybody.
Absolutely. So how would one support? Is there a website?
There's a website. You can reach us. You can visit us at www.lithuanianresearch.org. Our email is info@lithuanianresearch.org, and you can also visit the Lithuanian Research Center on Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Wonderful work. So, absolutely. So, I'll be right back. Need a little bit more water. It's starting to heat up. If you have any more questions, type in the chat. what's great is wonderful Lithuanian ice cream here. So gotta enjoy the ice cream, even though it's not as hot as it is, but it's still 85 degrees. It's a wonderful day to have ice cream. And Lithuanian ice cream, good fresh ingredients, and gotta check it out on here. So come on down and enjoy this festival. So I have more people coming in to interview, and just come on down. All right. So be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this live stream from the Lithuanian Days. We're gonna see get together, see if we can do this tomorrow again. And thank you for all watching. Very long stream. I do understand and I appreciate it. And come to the Lithuanian Days here in Los Angeles, and we'll see you tomorrow. And support our advocacy by liking, subscribing, and sharing this type of content and our other content as well. And we'll see you soon. And, thank you.